Well, me and my son went on our first hammock camp together and had a blast. I had some video up on that prior to this video, but since I've been back, I've been doing a couple other things. About once a month or once a week, depending on how I feel, I go down to Goodwill and check out what they have down there. And this week I found an interesting little pot. This is an aluminum pot. It has a little bit of divot in the bottom down here, and a plastic lid with a insert on it. And this is comparable in size to, let's say, my coffee pot that I take camping, or similar to a Foster's pot in size, a little bigger than the Foster's pot. I'll take the lid off here and show you how it fits. A little shorter, but definitely wider than a Foster's pot. So, a little bigger than this pot, but not much, and I can't put it down there because this has the spout on it. But it's about 2.5 cups. I'd say 2 cups is right about there. So it's a nice 2-cup pot. The lid has an O-ring fit. I can just get it out there. See? It fits up inside here. And this O-ring allows me to stick that on there and seal it up. So that's nice. This came from an interesting thing at Goodwill. It came from a ice cream maker, a child's ice cream maker. So what you do is you'd put your ice cream in here, and then you'd seal it up with the silicone seal there, so it's nice and tight. And then there's a little bit of a hex on the end here on this nut, and you'd put it inside this device that had a place for it to rest on here, and it'd sit in there sideways, and once it was in, the hex nut would turn, and it would sit in a plastic tub full of salt water, and it'd just sit there and turn like that, and you can make ice cream on it by putting your mix in there, and then just turn on this little battery that ran this thing and spun, and it had some cool plastic things that went around to make it look like it was really doing something cool, but really it's just taking the salt-based water and creating a slurry of ice and salt on the outside, mixing the inside to create ice cream. But nonetheless, I bought it for, I paid 79 cents a pound, and this thing weighs nothing. Let's see what it says on it. This thing probably weighs as much as my Heineken can, or close to it. So let's see here. 0 grams with the lid, 90 grams. Switch to ounces, 3.2 ounces. So, with the lid, 2.6 ounces. And my coffee percolator that I take a lot is a lot more than that, 6.8 ounces. So nice little, here's a good one I can compare it to that everybody will recognize is an Imusa cup, although I do have a wrap on this. 3.2 ounces, 2.7 ounces with no lid. With my lid at 3.7, 3.2. So, and roundness, that's a 10 centimeter. It's almost exactly 10 centimeters round. Look at that. So that's good. And that tells me that I guess if that lid fits that lid will also fit that. So that's nice to know that I can take this lid along and have a lid for it. Anyways, nice little pot. I think I'll maybe try that on a camping trip or two. Since it holds water and everything, it's kind of nice. And it has a rolled outer lip here, aluminum rolled outer lip. And it's pretty thin. Not very thick. So, could be a nice pot to cook on. Future pot. I don't know if that'll affect anything, that divot in the bottom, when I'm going to stir or not. Maybe. Might cause an issue. Might get some food stuck around the inner edge of that. Not down here, obviously, but in here. But I don't think it'd be that big of a deal. So, nice little pot that I found. I think I'm going to leave this on it, and then I'm just going to find a threaded screw that I can put in here. Give me something more than just that to grab onto. A little threaded screw. I'm not going to be using that while I'm cooking, obviously. It'd melt this plastic and O-ring. So, we'll see. I might take it out and do like I did here. Put the silicone through it with the plastic BBs in there. If I do, that would probably lose its waterproofing. So I don't know. We'll see. Nonetheless, nice find. Put some of that back out of the way and show you some of the other stuff I found while I was at Goodwill today. Yesterday, not today. Whenever I go down there, I grab a little bag, and I just grab whatever bag I can find to carry my stuff in instead of having to carry it in a cart. So I was down there and I found this nice, big, thick, well, we'll call it a lip guard because that's what I'm hoping to make out of it. If I can get it stretched that far, that's a lot of stretching. So nice, big, thick lip guard for a small pot maybe, or a beer can pot. It's a little small. You can see that it's going to have to do a lot of stretching to work, but grab that. I grabbed a bunch of these. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them. They're little wedding tins, but I've found that they make great stoves. Let's see if I can find what's open already. Yeah, some of them have the plastic top has fallen down inside there. So I don't know, I'll have to get a screwdriver to pop it out. But what you do with these is you fill them with a piece of carbon felt down in there, 2 or 3 pieces of carbon felt. And then because this top lid has a lip on it, you take a piece of mesh, wire mesh, hardware screen, and put it over the top of it. Hardware screen is this type of stuff with maybe a little bit finer grid in there. I don't know, that might work even. And you just cut a hole out that fits on the inside of the lid but won't fall through, and you just put that on there like that, and then you've got yourself a nice sealed stove that you can pour alcohol in. Because the height of this goes to here, almost all the way to the top, you can fill it all the way up to there, and you won't have any alcohol burning out this edge here. So, simple little stoves you can make out of these. And I got a bunch of them just because they were, you pay by the pound, 79 cents a pound down there. Hold on, we're going to see how much I paid for this. Like I said, I got a bunch of them. We're almost to 2 ounces here. Oh, we just passed up 2 ounces. Perfect. So, less than an eighth of the 79 cents there, because that's it's 2 ounces, so it's 1/8 of a pound, meaning that I paid 1/8 of 78 cents, which means I paid 10 cents for all those. I don't know. I may or may not use them, but for 10 cents, why not? And I got this. This is a cap to a canteen cup that I saw in there, and I thought I might grab that in case I ever wanted to grab a canteen cup. Also makes a nice little stove. I got a sewing kit that I could put in my backpack to take with me. It's got a miniature pair of scissors there. Let me see if I can get a close-up of that. So it's got a miniature pair of scissors there, a thimble, a needle threader, some thread, some buttons. I'm not sure what this red thing right here is. Oh, that's your needles. It's a little case to keep the needles in. Nice. It pops open on the end. And a tape for measuring things. And 1 or 2 safety pins I see in there as well. So, really nice is the scissors. I haven't opened it up. I'm thinking I'm just going to leave it like this and put it in my pack just like this and take it all along. But, I don't know. I'll take a picture of that and get a little better view of it here in a second here. And then, as I like to make, there's our last lid. So we are a little over that ounceage. I found one of these. This, most people won't know what it is. It is a Dell battery attachment for wrapping the battery off of the laptop, and it's all its wires together. Those make great lip guards because they're adjustable. You can adjust them in or out, different holes, and they're very flexible. And generally they don't pop apart like that. So those make great lip guards because they're really they flex really easy. And everything else in here is it relates to sewing. So while I was there, I saw a bunch of thread. There's some pretty unique ones. This is a nylon thread, so that's interesting. I've never sewn with nylon before. I've used polyester and cotton, but never clear nylon. Almost looks like fishing line. So I don't know if I'd use that for anything, but I've got probably 20 spools of threads in here, some fabric patches that are glue type, hot glue, you just heat them up, some what's this stuff called? Not Velcro. I'm trying to think of the word. Elastic band here. And, you know, I got a little bit of that. You know, you don't pay anything for this. I haven't even hit an ounce there. So you don't pay anything when you're down at the Goodwill down there for 79 cents a pound. So I got all that. What else did I get besides all the junk here? I got a couple other things. I got myself a nice big red crate. Milk crate type thing. Those come in handy when I'm brewing beer. So I've got, you know, a bunch of those for my carboys to sit in. It keeps them from breaking. What else did I pick up down there? I think that was it. There were a few other little... Oh, I got another down comforter while I was down there. So I can make some more down quilts. Because I need to make... I have a bunch of winter down quilts. But I need to make a few spring down quilts now for me and my son if he's going to go camping with me again. And that's kind of all I want to show you. It's all my finds at the Goodwill this week. All in all, I think I spent $7 or $8 at Goodwill to get all these different things. And, you know, nice turnout. The quilt costed the most, obviously, because it's about 5 pounds in itself, so that's where most of the money comes from. Maybe less than 5 pounds, I don't know. But all together, between that and the crate weighs a lot, I ended up spending $7 or $8. So that's my finds. We'll catch up with you guys a little later.